Guys, meet my new young weaver ant colony, whom we've raised from just a single pregnant queen ant. We've named the Jade Empress. The colony is now composed of 14 or so worker ants and a ton of brood. The colony has been growing quite steadily in this plastic bottle over the past month, and I'm thrilled to get this far in the colony founding process because this is a very difficult species to raise in captivity like this. But guys, this week, I discovered that I needed to make them a terrarium because having only this plastic bottle simply wasn't going to work, and I'll be explaining why later. But I'll be needing your help with designing the best terrarium for our weaver ant colony here, so we could give them the best shot at survival in order to grow into a thriving weaver ant colony to one day rule in a tree under our collective love and care. Welcome to the Ants Canada Ant Channel. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. Welcome to the AC family. Enjoy. This episode is brought to you by our good friends at the Ants Underground Kingdom, the world's first ant and insect-themed strategy mobile game, with 35 million players worldwide and entering the top 3 game charts on the App Store and Google Play in multiple countries. In this game, you are the ultimate ant ruler to collect resources, lead the queen, train the special ants, grow the colony, create alliances, defend against enemies, and build your own ant colony much like we do on this channel. I love this game because the ant ecology and ecosystem is so rich, it truly feels like living life as an ant in the wild. Players are even free to design their own nests to live in. As your empire grows and you emerge from the underground world to the surface, you get to interact with a ton of creatures, where you get to train your army to fight groundhogs, lizards, frogs, and more. And as you increase in resources, you can even form alliances with mantises, crabs, and scorpions. The game has a ton of natural ants, each with special abilities, and special ants that can be unlocked with even more enhanced abilities. They even have a special summer event starting from today, where old players who return to the nest can enjoy a series of free return packs and limited time rewards. Download the Ants Underground Kingdom now at the App Store and Google Play. Guys, this moment came sooner than expected. I made a discovery this week that made me come to the tough decision to make a pretty significant change in the living setup of our beloved weaver ant colony, which is currently doing so well. What we do from here on in, guys, will determine whether or not our weaver ants succeed and continue to grow and thrive, or die out, like many budding weaver ant colonies do in the wild and in captivity. But stay tuned for the official vote towards the end, as we make a very big choice regarding the design of their future terrarium, which we will all start building for our weaver ants today. But now, let's have a look at our weaver ant colony since we last saw them. AC family, behold, the Jade Empire. This was the winning name you guys voted for in last week's video, the Jade Empire. I rather like it, and hey, it matches the name we gave to our Jade Empress. A very simple and straightforward name pairing, I'd say. Thank you all who participated in the vote. From now on, we will call this weaver ant colony the Jade Empire. So the Jade Empire is currently involved in a very critical transition right now. This is because the colony, with its now 14 or so workers and growing brood, have actually been feeding on real food over the past week. Before this, for the past month, the colony had been subsisting on the queen's self-made nutritious soup, made from the liquefied muscle tissues in her back. During that really tough time when the queen's body tissues raised the first set of workers on her rationed self-made soup, the queen and babies never ate actual food. But in last week's video, with the arrival of the first generation of adult worker ants, known as nanitics, we actually offered the colony their legit first meal. They ate a cockroach, and after the video uploaded, I saw the colony had also fed from our sugar water test tube a few days later. So from now on, all worker ants born are no longer called nanitics. They're just normal workers, and will be stronger, bigger, and longer lived, simply because they will have been raised on real food. As you can see, Her Majesty, our Jade Empress, is looking quite content with a fattened gaster. Bet she's loving all the nutrients from the meal she's been having all week. Her brood pile is also looking much bigger now. The workers all look energetic and wonderfully fueled to do their daily work due to the nourishment. But AC family, I also discovered something else. Something that concerned me. After the Jade Empire had finished the roach, I noticed the bottle had acquired a really foul smell when I went in to remove the leftovers. Not only that, but if you look carefully, you can see that now that the colony has been feeding, the ants have established a bathroom site towards the opposite end of the bottle. All of this was concerning me because I felt at this stage the ants' food and biological waste was beginning to pose a danger, likely producing copious amounts of ammonia in their bottle, which is definitely poisonous. I knew we needed to change the setup and we needed to do it immediately. This AC family was what pushed me to make the decision to make a change to their living space. The Jade Empire was clearly doing well all this time in this bottle, and it seemed this bottle was so far providing them the perfect living environment, so I didn't want to move the ants out of it yet. However, there were two things I did need to provide now that the ants were at this stage of development. One, they needed ventilation. Up until this point, I was just opening the bottle every day for a few seconds to allow for some oxygen to enter and carbon dioxide to leave. However, with the bathroom area and food waste being dumped inside the bottle, ammonia needed an opportunity to escape. And two, the ants needed an outside area, a spacious living area they could emerge into from the nest, where they could not only forage for the colony's food, but also dump their garbage, and possibly even establish an outside bathroom area. These two provisions would ensure the ants don't poison themselves. And my intuition told me they were ready for this next phase, the introduction into a terrarium. And so AC family, it was time to do something I've been waiting to do for this colony for a very long time. It's time I, your creator of worlds, create a terrarium suitable for a weaver ant empire. Behold, the empty shell of a terrarium, which will become the new kingdom of our Jade Empire. It's a tall terrarium with a mesh top, which opens from the front and the top. Before building the terrarium, I placed cotton in the crevices and areas that I felt might provide the ants an opportunity to escape. Alright, and now let's begin. I added gravel for a drainage layer. I then added some carbonized rice husk for soil nutrients and purification. I then added some soil, a rock, driftwood, moss to make the space look and feel a little more natural. And done. This was it for now. What do you think? I know, not too elaborate and pretty basic, right? Yup. Well, that's on purpose, because all of you guys are going to help me with decorating this further. So hang tight. Alright, and now to add the colony inside. I placed the bottle up in the driftwood and placed the sugar water test tube somewhere towards the driftwood's base. AC family, let's watch. I caught a brave ant wandering outside the bottle. This place is a bit peculiar. Perhaps somewhat spooked, it re-entered the bottle to tell the colony of the strange new world that existed outside. No ants came to wander out of the bottle again, however, for the rest of the night. I decided to place in a small food bowl into the soil nearby. And in case the ants were hungry for some meat, I placed in a housewarming gift. A pre-crushed cockroach. There you go, Jade Empire. Hope you enjoy your new home. Alright, AC family. And now that the ants were in their very basic terrarium, now it's time for the fun part, where I'll be needing all of your help and opinions. It's time we choose what plant we'll be planting into this terrarium, which, fingers crossed, the Jade Empire will move into when they're ready. And in case you're new and wondering what all this talk is about plants, well, weaver ants are specialized arboreal ants that build amazing leaf basket nests in trees and bushes. The weaver ants pull leaves together using their super strong jaws and legs, then use the silk produced by their pupating larvae to glue these leaves together to form their impressive leaf basket nests. This is actually how weaver ants get their name, and I'm eager to watch our Jade Empire eventually do this. I think if we can successfully manage to get our Jade Empire to a big enough colony size that they start leaf nest building into a plant, then we are well on our way to seeing our Jade Empire flourish into their golden era as a mature colony. And so, this vote, which we will all partake in now, is super important. We need to choose the right plant. So here we go, guys. Are you ready? Now, in my country, weaver ants commonly build nests in mango trees and other fruit trees. However, I've also seen them build in a variety of other plants that are much easier to grow in a terrarium. And here's a list of plants that I suggest for our Jade Empire. So have a listen to each of these options, and then afterwards, we will hold a vote. Here are my 3 suggestions. Check them out, and then after, we vote. The first plant I suggest is a money plant, aka Guyana chestnut. Our previous weaver ant colony, the Emerald Empire, loved forming their nests into the leaves of this plant. I can get them small enough to fit in our terrarium, and it's quite an easy plant to grow. The second plant I suggest is a Schefflera plant. Weaver ants also can nest in these plants, and the Emerald Empire's first leaf nest was actually in a Schefflera plant. They are also quite easy to grow and would fit into our terrarium. The third and final plant I recommend is Dracana. It is a very common houseplant, also quite attractive, and one that we filmed some wild weaver ants nesting in at the former country rental home I was staying at for a bit. I've never tried housing a captive weaver ant colony in one before, but something tells me it just might work. Alright, EC family, now to vote for which plant you think our Jade Empress should get, simply check the pinned comment in the comment section of this video, and in the replies, simply give a thumbs up on the post corresponding with the plant option you choose. Feel free to vote for more than one option if you can't decide on just one. The plant post with the winning number of likes will be the official plant we will be presenting to our Jade Empire, which I will plant directly inside this terrarium for the colony to move into when they choose. Just a reminder that this plant and even terrarium won't necessarily be their forever plant, because as the colony grows larger, I do intend on giving the Jade Empire a larger terrarium with more plants in the future. Or if the plant we choose ends up growing bigger along with the ant colony, we could just easily transplant the plant into a larger terrarium. The future plans are flexible for sure. But AC Council, cast your vote now in the comments, and let's make this choice the best one. I just know deep down that with your help, our Jade Empire will truly flourish and one day become a mighty weaver ant colony of millions to take their place as one of the coolest ant colonies in the history of this channel. I can't wait to see what you guys vote for. It's Ant Love forever.